Let me say I don't wear the red one today. I wear the black one, which is for the Gambia Police Force, my dear institution. I'm so proud of them these days. They're doing incredibly well. I mean, I've seen the PRO updating about the ability to prosecute the driver who almost take the life of this innocent man, Abdul. So I'm so proud of the Gambia Police Force. So proud that today I have to put on the black beret. Thank you, the IGP. Thank you, the police prosecution department, and every other person who have done incredibly well in this process. And I'm equally very proud that the police have granted permit to the gala to protest tomorrow. That's incredible. That is great, you know. I mean, that has always been our call. And I love it when the police is doing well. I love it because this is an institution that's so dear to me that I love so much. And, you know, I can never hate the police. It's not even possible. I am part and parcel of these people, spiritually, emotionally, and that's the police for you. Saluto Alma. So let's go straight into the issue. Abdurrahman Baba, first disclaimer, I don't know Abdurrahman, I've never met him. I've never known him before. He is not related to me. Just recently, I know one family member. I'm even yet to speak to anybody from Gambia that's related to him because the one I know is in the US here. So before they will say, someone will come and say nepotism or you only come out when he's affect your family. Let's be clear, I don't know this guy from nowhere. But I know the circumstances surrounding his incident and that should be talked about. Now, I'll give different stories to understand how much I hate drifting. And I don't start talking about it now. I don't. I've been talking about it in the past, and I've been talking about it loud and clear. Now, when I was part of the police, there was this one time, the commissioner of police prosecution came to his office feeling devastated, looking so much worried. You know, he narrated a story to us that ako magistrate dolem, the guy is in Cardiff Magistrate Court, I think. He's a magistrate of the Cardiff Magistrate Court. I think they have an argument or something. And drove towards him. You know, just because they have a misunderstanding. So when the commissioner came and narrated that story, I was kind of busy though. I told him, you know what? I think this is going to be my first time arresting someone. This is going to be my first time making an attempt to get somebody arrested. So I went there and I met, you know, my boys were already on the ground. I took charge. So the Carnival Magistrate Court people, magistrate of Findila. Magistrate of Findila from that place. Because for them, it was now going to be do or die. I don't know whether I should call somebody on do or die, but that's a topic for another day. I went there, I told them, and there's this fat guy, this big guy, who said, but the magistrate of Findila, you know, you don't come to the magistrate court and say you are going to arrest our magistrate. Yeah? So I had a little meeting with my guys. They say, how are we going to go about this, sir? I say, you know what? I'm going to take on the fat guy. I'm going to take on him. And I went to their registrar. I think he's a physically disabled guy. I told him what happened. And the guy told me, you know, what the magistrate did is illegal. It's bad. And I told him to come out because he cannot resist arrest. So I told him we are giving him 10 minutes. If in 10 minutes the man don't come out, we are going to gas the entire magistrate building. I'll make sure that the gas we will pour in that magistrate building will be so much that nobody will be able to walk on that place for that day. And I meant that. I was very serious about that. I hate it when people think that they have right to claim other people's life. You want to kill a police commissioner? So we are there, because we want to also respect the boundary between the police, the magistrate. I mean, we are all law enforcement in some sense. In 10 minutes, your magistrate will come in the fence or not do it. So I told my boys, let's go and break the door. Because the guy doesn't respect that. I wanted to break the door myself. So I don't know whether they use a back door or a window or how they escaped. I have no idea. But the guy escaped. So after I followed up with the commission, I heard the matter was now with the Justice Ministry and everything. But that's one of the cases. The other case was about myself. These freaking idiotic kids wanted to kill me in Senegambia. In a motor, in a sprinting motor boy. And what pains me is we have all these vulnerable kids. Boy. They'll be doing more insult. We were standing by the road. Then I was a police officer, you know. The guy almost knocked me. I mean, I would have been another Abraham Manba. So I hate it so much when this drifting and everything they're doing on our public roads. It's not justifiable. It's not. And I mean, in 2023, I know many of you will be like, police are not taking actions. In 2023, police took 111 people to court. But are you going to blame the police for this? These are the laws we have. They're going to be charged according to those ones, reckless driving, whatever driving, Motor Traffic Act. You know, those laws are there. But apart from the laws also, we have these negotiations and everything, you know, negotiate family to family. And the matter will just die like that. It's been bullshit all the times. That's the first time. The magistrate incident was the first time I went ahead for someone. The second one was a guy. I don't know whether he's high. Sometimes people can't understand. Him getting old boy. Sometimes when we make arrests for like 34 people, 40 people, I bet like 30 of them, at least 30 of them would be less than 24 years. It's 22, 16, 17. Bro, I've seen these people. I go inside their cells and talk to them. Why are you taking drugs? What is wrong with you? 16 years, 17 years, 18 years. Kids are involved in these drugs. And then they be attacking people, you know. Nita made Ajolo demanding in Banyan. This guy was there with a big stick. The moment that I need a motor, I can windscreen or bundam. You know? I mean, drivers, especially taxis, man, nika cough because he go with that speed. I mean, I'm all falaje. That day I went to visit my mom, and when we are coming back, my younger brother and my driver, we are coming back. The guy was there with a stick, wanted to hit the windscreen. Dive you know. I told the guy, you know what? I told my driver, you know what? You have to stop here. I'm going to confront this guy. Moro, see, you want better why? Ndaranyi confront boy. If he was more agitated, I was so peaceful with him. No, calm down. How do I help you? How do we stop it? The guy, he was doing those type of insults. He was insulting me in Wolof. I mean, a deep one, you know. And I say, hey, you know what? We cannot leave this guy here. We have to confront him, and we have to confront him now. And I told him that because he was coming close, he was ready to harm me. And I told him, if you come closer, I will harm you. Told him, I will knock you down, and I'll get you arrested. I'm a police officer. I remember even pulling out a warrant card from my pocket, showing it to him. But as fate will have it, the guy was ready for it. And I promised and I fulfilled. He was down, he was arrested, and we took him through the processes, put him in cell. But when we sack him, you could see those kind of small pills, the cannabis, the weed, and everything. So these kids, sometimes, you don't even know. Bro, that guy was not also more than 25 years, you know. So I'm talking about 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 years. Abraham, before grade 4, he completed the Holy Quran. A family source told me. Such an incredible kid. Because that's it. And I hate it when people call it accident. Don't call this accident. This is not an accident except if the definition of accident change. How is that an accident? That is not an accident. It's deliberate. The only argument that this kid have is a sport. You will have a lot of money. If it is sport and you want to have a lot of money, you want to compete, go and look for a particular space where you do it as sports. You don't go to public roads, block the traffic, but twisting around that end, becoming an imminent danger on people. Such a nonsense. And they have their own groups, I know. As some of them watch this video, they will have a way to probably respond to me. They insult people. We have seen they insulted the police PRO. That the son of that wealthy guy was saying rubbish against the police PRO. That's how you are very lucky. Your prayers are accepted. Nindele arrest no. Nindele arrest no, and I was a PRO. Bro. No, but let me just stop there. You are lucky. You are so lucky. There's no other reason for it. You know, so it's sad. It's very sad. And guess what? This other person, many Abraham and Taki, they are not from wealthy family, you know. Yeah, from my source, it's not like their parents are that wealthy or everything. These are kids, and the disaster is the mechanic also want to hide them. You see, Gambia, you see the chain? It's a long problem. The problem is complicated. From family negotiation to other people trying to hide them and protect them, to other people saying, them. How many more times are we going to allow people, more far, in the name of them? How many more times are we going to allow it? So this is the point. The problem is the Gambia, in terms of this drifting in Fenkol, is Kulubalea, and it has to stop. It has to stop. I don't know how the country should manage it. I don't know. I don't just know. I don't know how they're going to amend this laws. This reckless driving of charging people 2,500, 3,000, bro. Those things should change, bro. Put them in jail at least 10 years. At least 15 years. But this 2,500, 5,000, 10,000, those little money, they know it. They know it. These people know it. It's like the business people, men get land dealing. Talk to any land dealer. They master the law. They understand the law so much. It's a civil case. Don't worry, it's a civil case. What can you do? You can go to court. Another court will arrange payment. Court will tell you to pay it little by little, according to what you can afford. They know those laws. And if you go to police, because this is a civil law, a civil case, anyway, it's not a criminal case. So akarajo every month, akari nangam karijo. You know? So this family compromise, this Maslaha syndrome, it has to change. It has to change in all facets. And Alifonya Kamola dindinol Trimbala, Alifonya Kamola dindinol Brahma, Alifonya Kamola dindinol Keresubang. I have a lot of stories when it comes to kids. And that's why I took this Abrahaman case very serious. The case before Abrahaman had a very devastating impact on my life. And I can never forget it for Janil Lume Bemfala. Girls, little girls, less than 12 years, were penetrated by a man through his finger. A doctor confirmed that indeed these people were penetrated by this man. The family compromised it. The audios that the family sent to an authority that I know, I listened to the audio because that particular man gave them $25,000. $25,000 in exchange of brutality made against your daughter. $25,000. Yeah, it happened. That happened. $25,000. You took the $25,000 in exchange for your daughter who was penetrated forcefully by a man, which was confirmed by a medical doctor that indeed the person was penetrated. The girls were penetrated. But because $25,000, you send an audio to an authority telling the authority for particular journalists to stay out of that case. That it is causing a trauma for you and your daughter. That the man is investigating and following up that case for your daughter. So when I got to the case, I said, it's not the biological father. For me, it's not the biological father. Maybe. Even I don't know what about a certificate or asking or naturally is not the biological father. Because you abuse my son or you abuse my daughter, bro, I'll be in jail. I will be in jail. Not you. I will be in jail. And I will be proudly stay in that cell. 25,000. 25,000 in exchange for rape. I call it rape. No mincing of the word. No here or there. Rape. 25,000. Just let it go. So that's why when I understand that the other family members went to Abraham's family and they want to give like $1,000 to say allow use for medical whatever, I feel bad. I feel bad for the family. Maybe that father has been talking continuously, has been advising these kids. I feel bad for the family. I am not blaming that family entirely. I am not. Maybe. But because that also maybe that's what they can afford. So that's why I say it's a compounded issue. It's a complicated issue. We have to look at the bigger picture. What is causing this? Why will a 16-year-old child use the street as a means of having money illegally? You know, you remember, you know, when I started, I was talking to you about 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old kids. Men kadalo, yala welcome nek. Wakadalo mo le silo welcome. Ni kanana ya vela bako dina ya femol be chamba. I went to my sister. I was living there, Bruceville. To around turntable low ma for message kana. I see certain 2 or 3 kids. Ebe lo den silo ka ke fan nakin defense all of them. I think that's their strategy. Ke fan nakin defense all of them. I was on call with somebody and I told him, boy, can I call you back? I go forward busy. The guy know I'm about to commit the first murder of my life. Just give me time. Put my phone in my pocket. I was very relaxed, waiting for any move. But I don't know, for whatever reason, whether they changed their mind or they were afraid of the statement I mentioned, it might not try. But you know how many cases we receive about such incidents? I'm not even crying. You know how many cases we receive? Kamonyapi mwala kankela kodo table. Ata banna. So kulbala wa siyarin bakel. Dindi ngola o dindi musifa la kulbala wa siyarine. It's a critical age. And unfortunately, the society is not helping. Sometimes some backgrounds are not helping. Because if the police or the arrest, ye muda for doing rubbish on the highway, ye bula. It added to your social media and insulting the public relation officer of the police force, of the National Police Force. Yeah, so to all of you watching, I mean, you can all take a moment and pray for Abdurrahman. It's a happy news that there was a successful surgery according to family source, and that the healing process probably will go fine because he's young and the body is fine right now. I mean, and if there's any other way, anybody want to help Abdurrahman, of course you can. You can. You want to help Abdurrahman, reach out to me. I will connect you with their family and you can help directly. Or you know their family, please reach out. You don't even need to talk to me. Go there and help them. That will be excellent. He's at the stage where we need to support their family in this critical stage. You know. Baba.
Mohammed.
Maro ni mara. Ba ima police. Ita man police na for do. Ni call the tembela.
Ablande ke civilian ori isaje nkana cool you from the
For
point
the
of your view.
prior balance, Cody.
Prior balance. Love ke nyinin kamena and I'm serious with it. I'm gonna go very local.
Yeah.
Ninku mambo nyinkuo noto. Like mol katara silol kang. Ikamurul borondi kamol singol katisilo ka ibedol fala. Ninku mambo je ni Abdurrahman. Malong how old he is for kebana for dinner. Nintala. In my local way. Ninta simo kendi ada fe mambo nyin blado. I will find this person. Mfana mbe muro boron la ngatar daw da mbasi ngo katila je. Aita, he will go to the hospital. I'll also take $1,000. Is ngata ngata re nga compensate wala. Let's see how long it takes for him to recover so that he can feel the pain. Because abalafa awaratale. Gambia nyins hival ka the sample that you just gave about that young person. May alonko atata ya bill, I don't know, for 5,000 and for whatever amount. Katala social media to kata kulubale akumofoje against the PRO of the police. So a strict measure must be taken. Like just to write laws is not useful. It has to be implemented. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who is involved in it. It has to be implemented. No man can do Mbenfane badandika. Nte Abdurrahman na in case I would take it personally if I'm Abdurrahman. Nimparete dorong alu mbenjola le by force. Yeah.
Saba, saba.
Moro nko mol kata unyola le nte benjola nte that's my philosophy ni ku mera kita luanya nda ku kele je nam ni luwa man ku ke je benjola sai mbesi taji ni be mo soro na sem flow be soro mbe ngada. But I think like the police have to do the I don't know for political influence like here but the bank or lack of resources lemba, but you were in the police, you know very well.
Mm.
So I don't think it's lack of manpower or human resources. I think they have that, but sometimes they cannot do their job because of bureaucracy.
Mm.
Things come to your table, you want to take serious measures, but ila boss bafle ko I receive an order, I receive an order. Nte pakalo ni order from kabunamindo.
Anyway, I know the police call your prosecution obtained already, and the guy is there in mile two right now waiting for another court trial. So I mean, let's
But
hope.
would it
But
be fair when the initial person, someone else has done it and nothing came out of that? You know?
well, that person also was Fanan Fenkelanu, charged like a convict. But the other side, the problem is not just about the police also. It's also
Mhm.
about the laws. Yala police all have power from the prosecutorial role that they take the
Mhm.
matter to court, present their case, and present their charges, and the court take charge. And also, unfortunately, the court can only do that which the law says. So if the charge is 2,500, for example, they cannot do anything beyond 2,500 based on the charge. So while I'm
Okay.
going with the problem, I think for me the laws have to be reviewed.
Yeah.
Yep, it had a public finger. It should be condemned.
Mhm.
If I am the president looking at, this is going to turn to a national crisis. Yeah, a national crisis call. Ikatara yin doman mo kidim fulal katara foka mo saba nana katara foka ikatara judringa foni nga start ka mul parama. Fona start ka mul fa. Otamo it become. In fact, this one has resulted to severe harm on innocent people. So yeah, so Namanda Fire Mudo or Mufa Melang is well known, is famous. People don't take it serious.
Indeed.
For
Indeed.
me, this is a serious crisis. If the president himself cannot talk about it, let
Mhm.
the general comes out. Let the IGP, the national security, or even the interior minister or any other person of a great authority come out and condemn it strongly. And that should be followed by robust laws, amendments. Bro, hana bakelo duakini wonti boda madral na bugo. Ba into constitution oko do
Ngo-
fengo. Oko do ketin ketin.
Well, definitely, our
Oko
highest
do ketin
ranking
ketin.
officer, our highest ranking officer is the president himself. I think he should come and lead this process. And then, if there are changes in the law, it has to be implemented as well. Tonya lual ka to falin falina, but yemo mbaf kun mbe mga foni la poso dobal dingol batata. Be mol takila dron nim fankamal dingolem kubaka buji. Nim nyindol leng will be batale betara hospital order. How many people can afford a surgery? I don't know how much it costs.
It's
The
going to be
serious one.
expensive. And I think this guy is in Demban, and Demban is expensive. And then first call him it's expensive. So
Yeah, that is why I mean Ninkumambo Nyindularonak, this person have to be found and we have to deal with him another way around.
and I
Yes,
heard
because
that the
the
guy is
laws
not
are
from
there
he's
for
not
the
from
people.
any
If the laws are insufficient, so I don't know what do we have to do as a people.
he's
Multatara sirin no wanyamom, just amanke ko normal accident na kita silokram. But more someone is drifting. Batara yakono dorong. Sorry for my language. Ikatara,
no, that's it's good. The language is good. It's battery. There's no other way to say it.
yeah.
So Ibajalo Kode, this guy is said to come from many accidents. Okay, said to come from not from a strong family. You know, he come from come like Mbebe Nyamen Gambe, if an animal below me Kobe. So
But
like many of us in the Gambia. So yeah, so sometimes is crazy. It's crazy. It will
well,
Adam Moroni, you Moroni bonded and for Gara sold mechanic. And guess what? The mechanic was trying to save them. When these people were trying to do investigation to know where he is, There was a mechanic who was trying to save them, trying to hide them. Why ball hide la? Kabiri wolo kulbala siva gete nyata gete phone nyata ko wanya. Why ke mabu? But you know that also explains the problem we have. This maslaha syndrome.
Ni
This issue
maslaha
of
syndrome. Yabe amol batandi bakel.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
ni moy
So
far ko ka nyanta ka fa dorong. Ntek da ntema mbala fa sodo. Yeah. If I become president, I'm going to be the most brutal person on planet Earth. It's since the beginning of time.
so
Like
shut up.
mantara mo toni la de. But mote batare yake la Gambia kono. Lual beji. Abe it will be implemented to its full effect.
Yeah, that's
Anen
right.
da fangolo ma keku mbafle yang execute. Sakura modo.
They are almost here. They are almost here, you know.
Na
But we
yeah,
hope for the
Bangkok
best.
Tanyame,
So
we hope for the
so the
best
thing
and
is,
hopefully cool for it.
yeah. So Abraman, if you also know anybody who wants to help them,
No,
please let them.
definitely. I will reach out to him, but after the
Yeah,
video,
yeah, yeah.
Mlaro,
Richard, I have
may
a
kill
number
it,
today.
we will talk. Yeah, he
I
needs
have a
help
number for
and
the brother, you know, and
mhm.
Momola Fagagal Mako Boyala Mako. And there,
Yeah,
oh, you know,
definitely. And thank you for creating such an initiative.
yeah,
And
I mean,
you know, well, we hope for new kusifa layout in a mol katara kamfarin Bangkok. You know, you'll be caring. Ila Kenya be blala moto balle be moto boron le nim sojarol ni security bitala o dambala kan kamfaji.
you know, I mean, Bakagari Ma, by Benamol for Malam Fobijan.
Eh,
Kakaratinga.
bari nyumol nyanta malale, nyumol nyanta malale.
Anyways,
Mbitaka nyame, ni manto nyafo nyoe. Yalong Sheikh Umar Bunjanka kumadofa, ko kumumu flalti. Ni diamuda. Eka tonya alfo, o ya tonya tanof. So,
that's that's
so,
right.
ninga odoje nkomba masajla, butum fanse tonya fodora.
No,
Anyways,
if
longi bula,
you're right.
nte pareta na break lale. So,
Yeah, all
I'm
right.
going back
Idea,
home.
but in the phone gonna finish. So that's
Thank
it
you so much.
finally for everybody. Momo
Thank you.
ya for the Abraham and Marco. You can reach out if you're in the Gambia and you know their family, or if you think you can text me, I'll send you the number to the brother. I know they didn't ask for this. Probably they will not even appreciate that I'm doing this, but I mean, I feel I'm obligated to do it. So if you want to help Abraham and the family in any way you can, please go ahead and do it. And I wish Abraham a speedy recovery. Is going to be a difficult moment for him. Tinong ngale ka for tinong baloko kunyale, you know, and all of those things. But they are most shattered, you know, they are most shattered. To all of you that have been watching, all of you sending your messages and saying, sorry to Abraham, and thank you so much. If the best way also you can help is to pray for him, for Alma Alea. So, I mean, Jadi Kendala as soon as possible. On that note, thank you all. Respectful.